Hi, I'm Jenna, also known as Retro Lemon, and this is episode 137. Gosh, I'm trying to think where to begin. We'll say hello. So hello, and welcome to all new viewers, and a big hello and thank you to all returning viewers. Really quick, we'll do a rundown with the knit-along. We are doing a striped sweater knit-along, so it can be any pattern, any yarn. It just has to have stripes. Stripes where you actually change yarns. And we have two wonderful prizes. We have a skein of Woolmiza, 100% superwash merino in the busty colorway, generously donated by a viewer, in this beautiful, beautiful red. And then a skein of Daisy Knits in the Vine base. It is an 80% superwash BFL, 20% nylon, in the Tango colorway, generously donated by Jennifer. That's her name, right? Yep. Of Daisy Knits. I always want to call her Daisy because it's Daisy Knits. So those are up for grabs. Super awesome. So you have until October 31st to get those done. So still plenty of time. There's over a month. Go knit your sweaters. I've really had a lot of fun with the chit chat in the chatter thread. Patterns people are using, colors people are using. Starting to see some sweaters finished up, so that's awesome. So that pretty much leads us into FOs. I'm a bit FO abundant this week. So I'm wearing my striped sweater for the knit-along. It is Right as Rainbow by Telly Bean Knits. It was a really enjoyable knit. I'm used to doing top-down sweaters. That is my preferred structure of sweaters. But this was bottom up, and it felt in a way like it took a long time. And then like when I joined the sleeves and the body, it was like, boom, it's done, and it was awesome. So awesome. I did not make any modifications whatsoever. It fits great. My only thing is when you are picking up stitches for the button band, I think she has you pick up too many. Because even when I button the buttons and it fits, like it is such a great fit, it does not pull at all. But when I button the buttons, there's just so much slack on the button band. Even after I blocked it, and I mean I blocked the body of the sweater to try to fit the button band, it's still, I just feel like it doesn't look quite right. But the nice thing is it's a cardigan, and I probably won't wear this one buttoned up. So it'll be okay. It lays nice unbuttoned, as I had been wearing it. I knitted out of Spud and Chloe sweater, which is a cotton wool blend. The brown is chipmunk, the aqua is splash, the green is grass, the orange is cider, the tealy blue is moonlight, and the white natural is ice cream. So, I'm trying to think of what else I can say about it. Like I said, enjoyable, straightforward. There were a couple times like where it would say wrong side, and it was clearly you were on the right side. Like if you would have done it on the wrong side, like say it was a knit row, you would have a weird purl rib on the front and an odd spot where you know it wouldn't be right. So there were a couple times, I think twice, that happened that I noticed. And I'm pretty sure it was not me. Like I'm reading it going, that wouldn't be right. Like that's a knit row. I'm ready to do a knit row. There's no way you're having me put a purl row in the middle of the body of the sweater. And I looked at the pattern and there was no weird purl row. And then I found some really cute aqua buttons that match the aqua. My phone's ringing and I'm not going to answer it. Trying to think. That's it. Right as Rainbow. So I did not come up with this color combination myself. I saw it online on the child's version, but instead of chipmunk they used a purple like eggplanty color, and it was really nice, but not really a purple person. It was cuter on a kiddo, so I went with the brown, and I'm so happy. I love the sweater. I'm like, oh, it's so nice. It did take forever to dry though when I blocked it. So, because the cotton it just absorbs and holds on to that water so much. The other FO I finished the baby sweater. I have it on a blocking board. Baby sweater. Because it is wet. I blocked it the same time I blocked this. And it is wet, like soaked. So it is Euro Baby Soft Cotton Chunky. And it is a cotton acrylic blend. And this thing, it's such a thick, squishy yarn. And it does not want to dry. It just wants to hold on to the water. So it is still on the blocking board. I trim off my ends after it's done blocking. So there are stragglers. And that is a shop sample for my LYS. So I'm trying to think. It's the rounded neck cardigan. And it is the Euro Baby Babe book that goes with the yarn. Because I guess technically the yarn's by Euro Baby. And it's called Babe Soft Cotton Chunky. So, and it's just the white natural color. So that I got done. It's been done for a couple weeks. I just needed to seam it together, and I hate seaming. I'm better at it now that I've kind of been taught by the LYS owner, but I don't like it. And then I have one other finished object. So excited about this. So we got this yarn into the LYS. It's new. It's Noro Kibu. So it's K-I-B-O-U, Kibu. It is a cotton wool silk blend. It's kind of funny. All my FOs are cotton, have cotton in them. But anyways, so I think it is colorway 8, maybe. It's in my project page, but you know Noro just has numbers. And it is so beautiful. I love the pops of aqua. There's orange, pink, yellow, some green. Once in a while, tiny little flecks of purple, but not like a band of purple. So it is long. It's 6 foot long. So in my opinion, it is the perfect scarf length. So you can wrap it around if you want it short. Totally not how I would probably wear this scarf. I would wear it, what do they call that? Like keyhole wrap. This is how I like to wear my scarves. I would take it like this and pull it through. Simple enough. But I loved this yarn. It was so fun to knit with. There's not a ton of stretch. It is soft for Noro, because some people think Noro and they immediately think stretchy. But it is cotton based. Cotton silk with a little bit of wool. It's a perfect kind of spring, early fall scarf, or even summer if you live in a cooler area, or in the evening, because it's not going to get too hot. The pattern is a Susan Ashcroft pattern, and it is free, and I believe it's just called the Noro Bias Scarf. That sounds right. So Noro Bias Scarf, knit with Noro. I think it originally calls for Curian, maybe? I don't know, not this yarn, but somebody had made this yarn. It is a DK weight, and I knitted on a size 8, US 8 needle. I love this. I can't stop showing it to you because it's so darn pretty. So that'll go to the LYS. My daughter I was going to grab it and I forgot. My daughter finished the scarf that she's been working on probably close to 3 years. It's just some Plymouth Encore yarn that stripes pink and purple. So then I showed her how to bind it off, and then she goes, okay, what can I cast on next? Look, it took you 3 years to knit that. She's like, I know, but my needles are empty. So we're actually going to the LYS tonight after dinner. I'm going to run her up there because Black Locust Farm is open Wednesday evenings from 6 to 8. So I'm going to run her up there this evening, and she's going to pick out something new. So she's like, I have birthday money left over. And I'm like, well, if that's what you want to spend it on. So now into works in progress, because I am works in progress abundant as well. I'm just abundant this week. I'm trying to think. I guess I can give an update on my husband's sweater because I did pick it back up just last night. So it has the start of a sleeve. It's all twisted around. So I'm putting my stitch markers as I do my decreases because it's just so much easier to go, okay, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decreases. So he has the start of a sweater, a sleeve, I mean. It's what, maybe a third of the way done? But I picked it back up, and that's what matters. I'm determined to get the sleeve done this week. And start the second one, maybe, fingers crossed. I'm making no promises. But he'll definitely have one sleeve by next week. Because, oh, I forgot to tell you, after I put up last week's episode, I picked this sweater back up. And, you know, all I had to do was the neck band and the button band. Neck band went super quick, not long at all. So then I start on the button band, and I got the first half of the button band done. And I was, like, sweating it. I'm like, ooh, I'm pushing it. And I bought the recommended yardage that the pattern called for. Well, I ran out with like 2.5 rows left to go. It was on the side where the buttons go. So luckily I still had an Eat Sleep Knit gift card that I was like hoarding, and got the yarn and got it finished up. But the crazy thing is I needed to order an extra skein of the grass green, but I had a whole skein of the chipmunk left over. Like, I wish I could have just like traded them. Oh, real quick, too, before I put this away, this sweater, this big gray blob of a sweater, is out of the Knits Men Want book. It is by Bruce Weinstein. And I will show you what it'll look like, because my husband's will pretty much look identical to the one in the picture, because that's what he told me. I just want him to look like the picture. Okay. Let's not get creative or anything. No. Love my husband, and I want to make him happy, so that's what it'll look like. So, and it is just called the Raglan Sleeve Henley. And the yarn is Ella Rae Superwash. And it's a heather. And I don't remember the color number, but it's called Cobblestone. Next work in progress is my Emerald, which is a Henley, short sleeve Henley for me. It is by Isabel Kramer. So it really does not look like much. So it needs a button band, and then you put like a trimmer on the collar. So the button band will go here. And it needs sleeves, and I'm curious, I think I just pick up for sleeves. And now I am at the very bottom, and it actually kind of has like, would you call it a scoop to the front and the back? Like, you just do some short rows to make it dip a little down. So it's rounded in the front and the back. I don't know how well I like that idea. I keep debating. I'm like, should I just knit it straight? Should I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. So, but it's really cute. I love the little, like, smocking look. It's easier to show you on the back than the front. I love that detail. It's been a super quick knit. I just haven't had a lot of time to knit on it this week because I've been knitting on everything else. The yarn is Fiber Spates Vivacious DK in the Deep Forest colorway. Also is color 80809. Maybe 80805. I was close. I have been alternating skeins, and I'm so glad I did. And I can definitely tell from the top to the bottom, there was one skein that was a lot darker than all the rest. And so I didn't get that one because they come 5 in a bag when you order it. So there was still one that was still a little darker than the rest, but there was one that was way darker. but I still saved that darker skein to put at the bottom because I'd rather have the dark lower than higher up. But I love it. It has like all different shades of greens and teals and a little hint of brown, and I love it for this project. The yarn is so, so nice. So I would like to have this done because the sleeves are just little cap sleeves. But we'll have to wait and see. I really do not want to start any other new projects this week because I started several. Not several, a few, yeah. I did the scarf, but I got that done, which is exciting. Because it was so easy. That scarf, it's like a 6-row repeat or something like that, and you just zoom through it. It's so fast, and it was fun, and I would absolutely knit that again. I didn't know that I was going to like knitting that so much. And another thing I cast on my Lefty out of my Wonderland Yarns kit that I had gotten. So I've done 5 of the little leaves, and I hate to say this. I hate this pattern. I do not enjoy doing the little leaves. The little leaves, for that one little leaf, that's a lot of rows to remember, and I get lost in it. I'm like, wait, what row am I on? And maybe it's because I haven't done them enough, but I'm always like, wait, no. Like, I've ripped leaves out so many times, it's not even funny. Like, I can have no distractions when I'm doing the leaves. Now, in between the leaves, it's super easy because it's just garter stitch. But I wanted to see all 5 colors because my color pack had 5 colors. So I wanted to get through all 5. So there's kind of like a limey green one right here, and then it goes down to like a turquoise. So I kind of wish the colors were just a smidge brighter because I don't feel like they're like real kapow. Or that the gray was a smidge lighter. That might help. But it's still beautiful. The yarn is super, super soft and amazing to work with. So, yeah, I can't wait to see it done. It's going to be a slow go. Very slow go. So I figure I'm going to try to do like I did 5. Like if I can do 5 a week, I should have done in 5 to 6 weeks. I just started this Friday, so not quite, it hasn't quite been a week. But it just, I do not like it. I do not like doing the little leaves. So it is Lefty by Martina Bim. The yarn is Wonderland Yarns by Frabjous Fibers. The gray is Tea Tray, and then the colors are Lime to Turquoise Shadow. So, but I kind of want to get this done for the LYS so the LYS can borrow it, because it is mine. I will keep this. But we have the kits in the shop, and we don't have a sample yet. We have a sample of the Lefty in a different yarn, but not in the Wonderland yarn. And the kits are all amazing. So amazing. One last work in progress. I know, right? Like, there's a lot. 3 FOs and 4 works in progress. I am knitting a Humility and Grace. It is out of Daisy Knits in her DK base. And the DK base is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. And it's 230 yards. So I think I should possibly be able to get 2 cowls out of this. I'm halfway done. I'm like at the halfway point now. But when I do shows and stuff like that, I want to be able to have a kind of semi-solid one. And I have my Nora one. And the pattern is now available on Ravelry. I love these colors. This is mine. But it's fun to see it in something that stripes and then in something that doesn't. And I'm hoping if I have enough left over to make a second one, that I'm going to give it to a friend as a gift, because I know somebody who would absolutely love, 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 love this color. And this yarn is so squishy soft. Now, the yarn that I got from her, there was no name. So there was no, I don't remember seeing a colorway name, and there was no name for the base. But it's a DK, and it is a merino cashmere nylon. Did I say silk? Because if so, I meant nylon. It's a C, it's an MCN base. And it's, oh my goodness, people. If you see Jennifer of Daisy Knits at a show or go to her Etsy shop and you see some of this, you have got to get some. It's so nice. And it's going to feel so good around the neck. Love it. That'll be done. That'll be done by the end of the weekend. That will probably be my car knitting tomorrow. And I'll talk about that in a slice of life. I have some yarn goodness. So when I ordered the green yarn to finish the band on this sweater, like I said, I used my Eat Sleep Knit gift card that I was like totally hoarding. But then I had also earned the next prize for yardage, because even though I didn't spend money, I used a gift card, I still bought yardage and it got me there. So, oh, excuse me, I got some hiccups. So it's a skein of Lorna's laces and the shepherd sock, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 430 yards. So it's a little, it's a fingering, maybe a hair to the light fingering, and it is the Yarnathon colorway. So it's kind of hard to see because the green for the Stitchosaurs kind of hides right there, because I'm a Stitchosaur. So you get the green for the Stitchosaurs, the red for the Octopearls, blue for the Robo Knits, and purple for the Fiber Monkeys. And then there's like this splash of like a goldish yellow, so I don't know if that's like you're going for the gold. But it's really cute. It's just called Yarnathon. And then with the yarn, you also get one of those like, it's like a drawstring tote, but it's like a backpack kind of. There's a name for them. Like, I know I've seen them as like cinch sacks, but I thought there was something else that they could be called. But it has the logo on it, so you can see, you know, they get all the color. Well, I guess the Yarnathon name has the yellow in it. So it's the red, yellow, green, blue, purple, almost rainbow. It's kind of like a dark rainbow with no orange. So I guess maybe they just took the colors from the name. So like I said, the Octopearls are red, Fiber Monkeys are purple, Robo Knits are blue, and Stitchosaurs are green. So those were free, and they came in my box with my yarn. And I got a $5 Yarn Lotto ticket, so I will have more money to spend, because I didn't even use all of my gift card. So, and then the only other thing that I got this week, and it was a gift, I got this really cool bag that my lefty is in, and it is a Cackleberry bag. And there's stitch markers too that go with it, and I left them out on the table. But it has space on it, because I am slightly obsessed with space, because I have a son who wants to be an astronaut. At least at this point in his life, he wants to be an astronaut. Now he says when he's an astronaut. I'm like, that's right, baby. Not if, you say when. So the shop owner knows I love things with space, and then another girl who helped out, who she gifted a bag to, got cupcakes. That was really cool. But it came with stitch markers, and the one, it looks like a piece of moonstone or something like that. I don't know that it is. It's just this really cool gray bead, and it looks like the moon in the sky. And that's kind of like your beginning of round marker. And then the ones that go with it are these little beads that kind of like little asteroids. So they're really cool. So I got the set because she sells these sets in the shop every so often. And they're such a good deal, and they're huge. So that was really cool, and it was such a great, thoughtful gift. And that is it for the knitting. So if you leave me now, I'll see you next week, because we're moving into a slice of life. Woo, It's been a crazy week. So we finished up the yarn tour this weekend. Saturday was the last day, and it was so much fun. It was such a great yarn tour. We had so many participants. It was so great to meet so many people. I mean, I had so much fun doing it. I would totally hope I get to help out next year. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't, schedule permitting. And it was just great. Lots of fun. And then Sunday, the shop owner and a friend of hers and I, we all went to this little art festival, and I got this really cute ladybug made out of metal stuff, and then they powder coated it with red sparkly, and it was awesome. I should have brought it, but it was this really cool thing. And we went out to lunch, and it just had such a fun girl day, and I so needed that. It was like therapy, right? It was, but better. And then there is, I can't talk too much about it because I don't want to jinx myself and I don't want to give out too much information. But there has been this job that I've been wanting for a little while now. But a position hasn't come open there. So I've just kind of been like, wah, wah. Well, then I got, like, the news. I was told, like, a couple weeks ago, like, watch out, a position is coming open. I'm like, oh. So you have to apply online. So as soon as the position was posted online, I got the call from my inn saying, it's up, go apply. Now, she can't give me the job. That's not her job. But she can give me all the necessary information to apply. So I did that. I had to take a test online, and tomorrow I go take the big test. The big test. This is like a test that you have to take to even get an interview. So, fingers crossed. Let's hope it's good news just to get the interview. And, but it's not, it's like part-time, right? Like, it's so crazy because it's just who the job is for that you have to go through all this stuff. Even just for part-time, because I don't want full-time. But I've just gotten to the point where, you know, my kids are getting a little older. I can work a little more outside of the home. You know, just kind of to take the pressure off me as a designer and everything. Because people just think it's so funny to me. I'm so sorry if this offends anybody. But it's so funny to me, the people that are like, yeah, I'm just going to go and design and, like, my family can live off it. I'm just like, you're funny. You are just hilarious. Because I don't know anybody who can really live off it except for, like, the big names. Like, Stephen West might be able to live off it. Susan B. Anderson might be able to live off of it. You know, a few people like that. But what people don't understand is most of the time us designers, I mean, we either A, still have full-time jobs, or B, a very supportive spouse or significant other of some sort. So, and it's a lot of pressure sometimes, especially if it's like a soft month and you're like, crap, I really need to make my car payment, you know? So it's just hopefully going to take some pressure off of me. And, you know, help out income-wise. So, but it is like the most ideal job for me, schedule-wise, hours, and everything. It's totally not yarn-related whatsoever, or anything like that. I mean, really, I've never heard of a yarn store making you go and test, but I have to drive like an hour away to go take this test. It's so crazy. I'm so nervous. Luckily, my husband has the day off, so he can, you know, get the kids from school and let the pets out, because it's like, the test is like an hour and a half or so to do the test, and then the driving, and I'm like, oh, I know I'm going to feel kind of spent when it's all over with, but oh, fingers crossed, because I want this so bad. I hope. I'm so, like I said, I'm just so pumped about it, because it would just be, it would be ideal. So ideal. Let's see, anything else? Gosh, that's it. I've just been enjoying the fall weather. It's officially fall, which excites me because I love fall. It's my favorite season. I love busting out the sweaters. I've been wearing all my hand knits, and it's been great. And just hopefully now that the yarn tour is over and You know, we're in the rhythm of school, and hopefully, like, things will kind of be smooth sailing into the holidays. You know, which will absolutely, like, I keep wanting to say if I get the job, and my friend pointed out, she's like, no, you say when you get the job. So, when I get the job, life won't be so hectic, and it'll be great timing to get trained and all that, because I assume there will be, you know, more than, I'll have a training period where, it'll be more hours than I normally would work in a week. So, but I'm excited. But other than that, not a whole lot going on this weekend. I can't wait to see what my daughter picks out at the LYS when we go this evening. So that'll be fun. She kind of wants like some fun fur type stuff. Like she's like, well, you know, there's that yarn and it changes, like different types of yarn every so often, and I'm like, oh yuck. But you know, she's 15, and that's what 15-year-olds like, are crazy, dead Muppet looking balls of yarn. That's what they remind me of. I see a ball of fun fur and I'm like, oh, poor dead Muppets. So, but I'm excited. I'm excited she finally got it done, and she immediately wanted to start another one. So, that's it for me this week. I am Jenna, also known as Retro Lemon. I am Retro Lemon on Ravelry, Plurk, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Fitbit, and Weight Watchers. And until next week, I'll see you then. Bye.